Okay, I've charged these up and they're not, lights aren't very powerful again, eh? No. No, we got no headphones in the equipment. The other ones are left at base. No, there's none in there either. So anyway, good evening everybody. Welcome to South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters. You got some headphones?
I've got some. I can do it.
Yeah, the batteries. Might need to use your torch. Yeah. Why is my batteries? My lighting is so bad tonight. Anyway, good evening everybody, and welcome to Martin and Diane from South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters. We're out on location tonight at the Silverwood pits over in Thrybergh. So we come to one of the entrances here, and what do you call it? We drove past it a few times, and we know that over the years there's been some pit disasters here at Silverwood. Dan's going to mention one that took place here. I think 1969, 79.
The pit disaster.
1960, was it 68?
Right away, I'll tell you in a second.
I think it was rail carts, weren't it? Was it something to do with some rail carts that happened?
1966.
No, 1966.
1966.
Okay. Well, are you ready? Do you want to?
Yeah.
If you want to mention.
Silverwood Colliery.
Yep.
It is a colliery situated between Thrybergh and Ravenfield.
Yep.
Originally it was called Doncaster Main, and it was owned by Doncaster Main, so there was three.
Yep.
And those three were obviously linked together. It was a public company and it was floated on the London Stock Exchange in December 1899.
Yep.
The purpose of it was to buy Roundwood Colliery and purchase the land at Silverwood around here, and obviously keep it all together and then sink a new colliery into it.
Roundwood Colliery, was that at Romarsh?
Yeah. And then it was to be connected by the River Don by boat, and then the first sinking of a shaft was 1900, and the coal was started to be brought up 1904.
Yep.
So the railway had its own platform, which was Roundwood Colliery, which is a park gate, and it's known as the John Brown's Private Railway. That was from 1909, and it was to go through Silverwood, past Ravenfield, and on to north of Anston.
Yeah, North Anston.
Yeah, North Anston. And then it was visited by the King George V and Queen Mary on July 1912, and it was the same day that the Cadbury Colliery had its disaster.
Cadbury.
Did
you say Cadbury?
I call it Cadbury.
Yeah.
Cadby, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That disaster. So
I thought you said Cadbury.
Cadby. So the King and Queen drove off to go that way. And then Queen Elizabeth II visited the mine in July 1975 and actually mined herself a lump of coal. And then obviously the disaster that happened in 1966 in February the 3rd, there were in these like a train thing.
Other side of the woods.
Aye.
Is he going? Oh no, he's gone down.
No.
Good.
So there was 2 trains that obviously they're on. What do you call them? The miners are getting on this paddy mail, they call it, these trains, and the back one it went off its thing. It went and ended up 10 men lost their life and 29 were injured.
Yeah.
And then there was have you heard the phrase of the angel with a dirty face? That was a lady, a woman. She came out of the pit, and her name, well, I don't know her name, Sister Absets.
Yeah.
So she'd gone down to help, and her name, the nickname to the angel with a dirty face.
Oh, right.
So that's quite funny, isn't it? It used to have its own sports team as well, Silverwood Colliery FC. Yeah, had its own thing. Closed in 1994, and then they've turned it into Woodlands 2006, 2007, but that's a right drop.
Yeah,
that's very dangerous.
Yeah, we've been to some spots in here.
That is really dangerous.
There is some right drops here. I wouldn't, if you're not from around this area and you don't know the area, I wouldn't go wandering off into the woods over that way, because
either way there's like a
100-foot drop, isn't there?
It's a path and it goes off and it's drop at either side.
Yeah.
It looks like there might have been steps there and a railing at one point, and then that side there, it just goes down it.
Yeah, about 100-foot drop.
Wouldn't advise.
Everything else, me and Dan didn't even go near edge with that because we hate heights.
We don't do things
so
like that.
We don't like heights.
Tight spaces and heights, we don't do it.
No.
But it's dangerous. I wouldn't advise coming round, if, like I say, Martin said.
It has dropped cold here, hasn't it, compared to what they call it. Anyway, we came in and Diane stuck her K2 meter on.
Yeah.
And when we came in, the lights lit up straight away.
Yeah.
And gone up to yellow. So and it's more stronger when you put the K2 to the ground.
Well, it did over there. It went up to 4.
Yeah, it might do it here as well. If you want to try it.
Yeah,
it just got up to red. So we believe that this is a new path or something what they got down here. So we believe
there's some power cable of some sort.
There's got to be some form of energy under the ground here. So possibly that it's power cables, because it only goes to a certain height, doesn't it? So,
yeah.
So it goes there, and then when you get closer to the ground again, it starts lighting back up. So
there's nothing paranormal.
There's RF of electricity is something that's
definitely not paranormal.
Yeah, it's not paranormal.
Because that's not how it works.
Yeah, because it's constant, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's a constant
paranormal works.
field of energy here. Which is probably done by the. We've got to be careful. We could end up getting ill with all this energy that's hitting us right now. So it might also be a good thing as well, because there's lots of energy here. So that could also give spirits the ability to communicate with us. So we'll have to give it a try. Dan's put some REM pods out.
Path and rocks, to see if this rock does anything as well. Because if that, that energy from that, if it goes into rocks have got, if it's any quartz or that, it should amplify.
Yep. So we got what I call it, REM pod here.
Got my S-box as well.
Dan's got her S-box. We got a REM pod here with a flashy ball there. A REM pod here on this rock, and where all our ghost hunting equipment is that we brought out with us tonight. There's also a REM pod there with one of Diane's nice smiley face balls there. Not sure if we're going to be using any of these equipment tonight, but we brought them out like we always do every week when we go out on an investigation. So there you go. So we're near the main road. at Thrybergh, where the pit used to be. So that road here goes up to Bramley, Ravenfield, and this goes down to back into Thrybergh, and then down into Dalton area as well there. But my hands are dropping off, they're absolutely freezing cold now. It went too bad then, it's absolutely gone absolutely cold now.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What's up?
I said my hands are gone absolutely freezing cold. It's compared to when we first, I was going to fetch my gloves. I wish I did now with filming. So do we have anybody here who wishes to communicate with us? Do we have any spirits or any miners that once worked here at Silverwood Colliery?
As you're talking, I'm going to have S-Box on.
Alright.
So if I hear out, I'll let you know, but I won't be able to hear what you're saying.
Alright. Do you remember the time, Diane? Hello? She can't hear me now. So I was going to say, when we was at St Leonard's, the last time I think it was the last time we was there, or a time before, we got the spirits of a man that was supposed to be buried in St Leonard's churchyard, and he said he worked here at Silverwood Pit. He worked on the trains, taking. I think he said he was taking coal from Silverwood here and taking it down to Masborough. Not sure how true that is. If anybody could let us know with regards to that. We didn't get. I can't remember his name. So if there's anybody here wishing to communicate, you can either speak to me through Diane using her radio, or you can touch one of these REM pods that are down on the ground and show us a sign that you're here. We come with the utmost respect. We're here just for communication only. We're here as friends. We're here to prove that life goes on after death. So if you could touch one of these devices and let us know that you're here. Did you lose your life here at Silverwood Pit? If you did, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry to hear that you passed away. You was in one of the disasters here at the pit. Probably many people over the years had passed away from the pit here. Like any other pit, people would have passed away. There would have been accidents, tunnels collapsing and stuff like that. Maybe you survived the pit but died later in life, but you was probably involved with the terrible accident that occurred here. Now we know that we're not actually too close to where the pit was, because the pit was over that way. There's a big wheel further down to commemorate the pit here, but we've been on the edge of the road here. They still might get some energy from any of the miners that might have worked here, so it's worth a try. You're not getting out, Diane?
Sorry?
You're not getting out?
No, not yet.
No radio signal at all?
Oh yeah, I got radio going, yeah.
I'd just probably say what you hear, and then we can. Oh, it's a car up there. So if there's anybody here wishing to communicate.
I heard a man's voice go, disaster.
Disaster?
Yeah, a man's voice went, summit, disaster.
Huh? Is there anybody here trying to speak to us through the radio? Did you say disaster? Could you touch one of these pretty lights? They've got antennas on. They will only make a noise if you go up and touch them. Can you do that for us, please? Like I said, we're here as friends. We're here just to communicate. We're here to prove that life goes on after death. We're what you call paranormal investigators. We like to go out and speak to people that go to locations where they're supposed to have a haunting. Do you know that you passed away? Can you come and speak to me through these devices that I put on the ground, or can you say something to Diane? I'm not getting much on the REM pods. Ooh, what was that? In the woods. It's a strange noise. Can you say hello to me through the radio? Can you tell me your story? Do you have a story to tell? Maybe not many people come to this location.
Sound like a kettle whistling.
Kettle?
Yeah.
I just got like a scream or something in the woods down there. It doesn't sound too good. Tell me, are you buried at probably one of the churches here at St Leonard's? Last time I was here, sorry, when I was up at St Leonard's, we got a miner, well, not a miner, but he used to drive the coal trains, and he told us that he would take coal from here, and I believe it went to Masborough or Blackburns. Is that true? Did you work on these coal trucks? Come on, come and touch these devices that we have on the ground to let us know. We respectfully ask you to come forward. Respectfully ask you to come and speak to us.
Not getting out after this.
Aren't you?
No.
Do you want to try it without headphones in? See if we pick anything up later that we might be able to use.
That's so sweet.
That just sounded like it just said run.
I've got it on record anyway. The opposite there. The opposite there. The opposite there. The opposite there.
Playback.
Why is that going back? What?
Yeah.
What's he doing that?
No, it's just changed. So where's that done that? It's never done that ever before.
It's got plenty of battery.
Low battery.
Low battery.
Low battery.
It says that low battery.
Low battery, okay.
So,
Playback.
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 That battery alright.
You sure?
When I got here,
Low
yeah.
battery. Please charge.
No.
Alright.
Yeah,
I know it's got one bar, but it had 3 bars on it.
Did it?
Yeah, when I set off.
Could the electricity be taking the energy? But
I don't know, why would that
well,
happen?
no, it wouldn't do it, would it? Because if it did, it would
There's
probably
plenty of
take
battery in it.
the energy from
What's it
here.
doing? Literally,
Let's
plenty
look
of
free.
battery. Because I didn't think no ton. It got only 1 bar gone. And it's got like 4 bars.
See,
1 bar
see
gone.
what that REM pod's like, that K2 meter, and if you leave it on for...
Yeah, that's weird.
How long was you sat with that? About 10 minutes?
If that, a few minutes. It weren't no that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have drained my battery like that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, if I don't know, because if it was spirit, they'd be using the energy from the ground, wouldn't they? If
Well,
there is any
yeah.
here,
Should imagine they would.
not using
Unless
a 9-volt battery, is it now?
I don't know. But we have found that some people in the spirit world that crossed over don't like the noise. And when we ask them, do you want to turn it off, they say yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've interfered and turned it off because they didn't like it.
Yep.
But there were no that were fine. There were only 1 bar gone.
Yeah.
Had 3 bars on it. Shouldn't have done that.
Did you make that device lose its power? Did you drain the power from the from that device there, that radio that? What's that on the floor? Is that yours, Diane?
Oh, it's come out my pocket.
Is that? Is that? I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah. Did you make that device drain? So that's still showing like yellow. It's still showing 3 bars. You know, 3 lights on the.
It's not particularly loud on here, but.
Do you remember?
Let's see how loud that is. I'll get my rubbish.
Train. Did you hear that train? Is that what the train sounded like when you worked here picking the coal up? It's not starting, Diane. You're having technical issues this evening. Oh, there you go.
Wish you have it on Echo or even.
I don't have that app.
Yeah.
No, I have Spiritus.
I might get a spirit.
I keep on saying I'm going to download Necrophonics. But the old bloody cost too much money now.
I got that. I don't think I paid for that one. I'm sure that's free.
I think that's £10 in it. It's the same as Spiritus.
No,
That costs.
I didn't pay for any of them.
Yeah.
No. Is anybody here with us that wishes to speak to us from the colliery? Is anybody that died in that disaster? When the train crashed? No. That was a definite no.
Was the train on the ground there?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah. So it must have been picking up the miners to come back up here and so on.
Okay.
What's that? I thought they said Martin.
Sounded somewhat similar.
You always calling my name out. Always calling his names out. Did you just calling my name out? I got me Bluetooth speaker in car. Somewhere.
Does anybody want to come forward to us, walk over to us? We don't know exactly where you were, because we don't actually know where you were. So could you walk over to us where we are? I'll see you.
Right.
Coming to see us?
I thought you said I love you.
What can I see you? I'll see you. We've got some things on the floor, but Martin's already said all this. We've got some things on the floor with our REM pods. The lights. We're doing a bit of a noise. We find some balls messing about. They're just right up. So you've got welcome to sit down. We've got this situation here, not telling them about. I wonder why phone one's not very loud.
Hey?
I wonder why that phone's not very loud.
I've got a Bluetooth speaker if you want to connect it up to it.
Oh, that'll go right loud down. Everybody around it. Hello? Yeah? Would you like to speak to us?
Excuse me. Every time I meet the fresh air, I always start, my voice goes croaky and I start coughing. It's quiet, I am. Yeah. Ready. I'm ready for a cup of tea again. Yeah. A good mind to pour a cup of tea out and pour my hands in, put my hands in the cup just to warm my hands up. Is that cold tonight? Come on, please come forward. I want to speak to any miners, coal miners that were, or anybody that worked here at the pit at Silverwood. Can you show us a sign that you're here?
And there was people that from Ireland here with a paddy train. It says they call them the navvies.
Come and show us a sign that you're here. We need to communicate with you. We need to prove that life goes on after death. Do you? Are you still working here at the pit? Are you still working at the Silverwood pit? In our time now, it's 2023. The pit doesn't. The pit is no longer here. It's gone. There's hardly any. There's not much here to show that the pit was once here. When what do you call it, came up here from from trekking, he went to a part down where there was a bridge, and what do you call it? There was it was an old railway line that ran through it, but he went thingy. I'm not sure if he went up that way, in that side.
I'd have to watch his video to see.
Yeah.
Or ask him.
Yeah. That's it. But I'm sure I've seen that bridge before. I've been over it. We could have drove over it here when we came tonight. I'm just going to pop over onto the other side, Diane, and just see if there is anything over that way. So I'm just going to go in there, cross over the road here, have a look into the woods here, and see if there's anything here that we can look at. I don't think there will be. And so we're on a public footpath here. Not going to go too far, and just have a little look. And see if we get to see anything. Video where the lighting is absolutely terrible. I've charged these lights up, believe it or not, for over a week. And I think I need new batteries. I've had them a few years, the rechargeable ones. I think that the Duracell as well are never ready. But you probably get so many charges out of them. I've used them every week for over a year with charging them and that. So I probably need some new ones. So yeah, it's a nice, it's a nice woods, this. Might be interesting just to come down and have a walk through it during the day, during the summer. But yeah, lighting is absolutely poor. Can't believe it's not lighting very much up in front of me. So there you go. Anyway, you're gonna go for a drink when we get back to the car. My hands are gonna drop off. They're that cold. So we'll I'll say goodbye to you for now. Well, it's gonna run out anyway. So we'll see you in part 2.